All right, good everybody, and welcome to today's live show. Um, Today we're going to be talking about work-life balance, right? I'm going to be giving you the final two tips on work-life balance as a whole, as we've been talking about through this entire week. So, uh, yeah. But before I go into what I have in store today, I want to talk about discipline as a very important aspect of achieving proper work-life balance. You have to be disciplined. You have to be able to control yourself. You have to be able to pull yourself away from things that you're not supposed to do, or at times when you're not supposed to do those things. Now, what is discipline? My personal definition of discipline is to be able to do the things that you said you were going to do at the time when you said you were going to do them, and to be able to do them whether you feel like doing them or not. Let's imagine that you've had a plan and you wanted to study. Let's say you're a student and you wanted to study at a particular time, and at that time when you wanted to study was a time when your friends decided to come and visit. Okay, so like discipline is going to be the thing that's going to make you say, hey, okay, I don't need you guys to come around right now. This is the time that I have to study and to really get myself together and know what it is I am doing. So you have to be able to be disciplined. Sometimes even as somebody who goes to work, somebody who has to go to work, has to be busy and all of that, and you've separated time to be with your family. And sometimes when you've done that separation to be with your family, that's the time when they want to call you for extra work and say you should travel from one place to the other. You need to be able to say, hey, this is the time I've created for my family, and I've got to be with my family at this point in time. And that's discipline. You might lose some money, but that's discipline. And I just feel like it's important to emphasize discipline as we talk about work-life balance, because you cannot be able to have a proper work-life balance if you're not disciplined in yourself, if you don't have self-discipline to stick to the things that you said you were going to stick to, and to do the things you said you were going to do. So today, discipline is not one of the things I'm supposed to talk about today, but I just feel like it's an important thing to also say when talking about work-life balance. But today I'm going to be talking about being able to plan for the unexpected. I know that sounds very, very, very funny. Like, how do you plan for something you don't expect? If you're planning for something, is it not going to be something that you expect to happen? So how do you prepare for something you don't expect? Well, one of the things that's really, really good when it comes to planning is your ability to be able to imagine all the possible scenarios, all the possible things that can happen. I know that a lot of people don't like to think about the negative things, and they don't like to talk about the negative things, as it were. But you can't just dip your head in the sand and hope that problems will go away, or hope that certain things don't exist. Okay, certain things are a possibility. The fact that they are a possibility doesn't mean that they are actually going to happen. It's just possible that such a thing might happen. So it's important to also be aware of those possibilities and make provision for them. Like for some people who have jobs, it'll be advisable for you to have at least a 6 month salary saved up somewhere, or even a year's worth salary saved up somewhere. Should, God forbid, you just lose the job abruptly, or God forbid you're not able to go to work for a period of time, there needs to be that money that's there to be able to help you out here and there. So that's what we mean by preparing for the unexpected. Nobody hopes for the unexpected to happen. However, certain things happen, and we need to be prepared for them. That's the only way you can expect the unexpected. Just with your imagination, just think, okay, these are the possible things that could happen. So how do you tackle the situation if this particular thing happens, or how do you tackle the situation if that particular thing happens. And it's always good to have these plans emanate from your original plan of being properly, well managed and well organized. And then, of course, the last thing I want to talk about is for you to be able to review and revise your plan. Okay, we talked about having a plan, talked about managing yourself, planning your activities and all of that. From time to time, you're going to have to go back and review your plan. You're going to have to go back and plan again. Okay, sometimes you're going to have to go back to restructure your plan, because usually not everything goes according to plan. Okay, there are certain things that might go wrong here and there, so it's always important for you to be flexible around these things. Sometimes you may have planned to actually spend time with your family, and there's something happens that's really unavoidable from work, so you might have to revise that plan, reschedule the time you're going to spend with your family, and actually do come back and spend that time with your family. So that's all we have for this particular segment of talking about work-life balance. I think you can go and watch the other videos and watch the other streams where we discuss about it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being available. And until next time, remember, your dream is possible.